Are you able to see the screen? Can you see Srila Prabhupada?
Yes, ma'am.
Srila Prabhupada is our spiritual teacher. So before we begin our classes, we pray to Srila Prabhupada. We thank him and we seek blessings from him. Okay? So all of you say Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Okay. Now Ganesh, can you sing harekrishnamantra 3 times?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Thank you. Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Ganesh Prabhuji, you could not join the class last time, right?
Last time, yes, ma'am.
Could not. No problem. We are going to revise and we are going to complete this enjoyment versus happiness topic that we took up in the last session. Okay. So Arya Mataji has joined this session and Kayan Prabhuji. And then we have Arav. Arav Prabhuji, Hare Krishna, Danvat Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Okay. So let us revise what all we had studied last time. Okay. Can you see the screen? It will come up. Yeah. Can
Yes,
you all see?
Mataji.
Okay, so the topic that we are currently understanding is enjoyment versus happiness. Okay, last time we had inputs from the students, what they understand with these two terms, whether enjoyment and happiness are same or there is some difference. What is it basically? What is the understanding? Okay, and I have captured your understanding which you had shared last time. So this specific slide set here, I'm going to note that down. Okay. So when you get the final slide set, you will get your inputs also recorded here. So this specific table actually talks about the difference between enjoyment and happiness. Okay. So in general, the feedback that we received last week was that everyone thought that when we enjoy, then we feel happy. So therefore, enjoyment and happiness are same. But what Vedas say, our scriptures, Vedic scriptures, what they say about enjoyment and happiness, that is what we are going to discuss today. Okay? And we had completed certain points out of these in our previous class also. But quick walkthrough so that we conclude everything, all these points together in today's class. Okay? So that it is clear to everyone, even for those who could not join the last class. So whenever we are enjoying, we feel happy. No doubt about it. We feel happy. But actually, our Vedic scriptures, they say that that feeling of happiness, which we feel when we enjoy, so that feeling of happiness is not the real happiness. Okay? We feel happy when we are enjoying. That is absolutely fine. But is it real happiness? That is what we have to understand. How we are going to understand it? When we understand what real happiness is, right? When we understand what real happiness is, then only we can see that, okay, at the point of enjoyment, am I feeling that real happiness, or there is something that is missing there, which I am not able to find out at this point of time. Okay. So now this specific table talks about the characteristics of enjoyment and happiness. So enjoyment is flickering. It is short term, right? Just like a flash of lightning in the sky, because the real lightning is kilometers in length, maybe more than that, but we can see just a flash in the sky. Or we have flickering electric bulbs. There is no consistent light emitted by the bulb. It is going on and off, flickering. Okay. So the feeling of happiness when we enjoy something, so that feeling of happiness is short term or flickering. Okay. Now real happiness, it is also known as bliss. In Sanskrit we say anand. Okay, anand. So actually the real happiness is long term. It sustains and it grows. Okay. It never diminishes. It always grows more and more and more and more and more. We talked about an example, like in last class, we talked about one example also, that when we go for a vacation, we feel really happy there, we enjoy. But then when we come back in our normal routine, we do not feel the same happiness as we felt during the vacations time. Right? All of you understand this? Or you take any other example. You have gone for some birthday party. Okay. So there also you enjoyed, you had great time with your friends. But when you come back, when the party is over, then you don't feel the same happiness. All of you agree with this or not? Tell me.
Yes, ma'am.
Now what real happiness is? Real happiness sustains and grows. So that means in spite of whatever conditions or circumstances you are into, when you are in bliss, you are in bliss. It is, not diminishing. It is not dependent on the external factors. Enjoyment depends on external factors. The examples that we shared just now, when those conditions, that those factors, they change, we no longer, feel that kind of happiness which we had felt with those specific conditions. So the reason is that enjoyment is related with the body. So you have studied sense organs in your school. Eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and skin. Right? So you enjoy with your senses. Okay? You enjoy. Enjoyment is actually perceived through the body, and specifically in the body, we perceive enjoyment through the senses. Okay? So eyes, when you see something very beautiful, or when you watch a movie, right? You enjoy. Ears, when you listen to some melodious music, you enjoy, you like it, you feel happy about it. Nose, when you are able to smell a nice fragrance, you enjoy, you like it. Tongue, when you eat very tasty food, you enjoy it. And skin, when you touch something very smooth, very soft, you like it, you enjoy. Now consider a situation where all these things, which you were enjoying with your eyes, nose, ears, tongue, and skin, all those things are taken away. So now that specific condition is not existing. Like no longer you're watching TV or you are seeing something beautiful. No longer you have some nice fragrance around, or a melodious music, or a very tasty food, or a very soft thing to touch. So what will happen? That enjoyment which you have felt with these things, it is gone. Is it gone? You agree? All of you, at least send a thumbs up. If you are not able to speak, at least send a thumbs up, so that I am convinced that you understand. Okay? So whenever these specific things are taken away from you, so that condition no longer exists. So your feeling of enjoyment or happiness is not the same. Now it is gone. So enjoyment is perceived through our body. All right? Through the senses. Let me write here, sense organs. Now real happiness is actually related with the soul. Now whatever we are feeling or perceiving through the body is actually conditional. Like you are sitting in an air-conditioned room in peak summers. You like it. You feel comfortable. But when it is peak summers and air conditioner is not switched on, you feel very hot. You don't feel happy. You feel uncomfortable. So whatever we are perceiving through our body, that means through our senses, is actually flickering. It will not give you sustainable happiness, permanent happiness. Now the real happiness or bliss is related to the soul. That means This specific happiness comes from within. It is not dependent on the external conditions. When you are working at the soul level, you are doing the activities at the soul level, then whatever be the external circumstances, your feeling of bliss remains the same. In fact, not same. Your feeling of bliss is sustained and it further grows. Okay? And how do we experience this happiness, the real happiness? That we can only experience when we connect with the Supreme Lord Krishna. Okay? See why the happiness that is related with the body, why that specific happiness is not real happiness. Just think, everything here in this world that we see all around us is temporary. When you go back to your past, to your childhood, you can think of, a very nice toy that you used to like a lot, and you used to enjoy playing with that toy. It could be actually anything. It could be a toy or a bicycle or a tricycle, anything. But can you feel that enjoyment when you grow up? All of you just think of your favorite toy and tell me what your favorite toy was when you were very young, very small. Ganesh, what was your favorite toy?
Ma'am, there was a car that I played with it a lot.
Okay, car. Kayan Prabhuji.
My favorite toy was Lego.
Lego. Okay. Very nice. All right. And Arav. Okay. Arya, small doll. All right. So Arya's favorite was a small doll. Arav.
Ma'am, I like to play with cars.
Okay, cars. Very nice. Sia. Hare Krishna, Sia.
I like to play with my teddy bears.
Wow, teddy bears. All right. Now two situations, okay? Now let's talk about two situations. How many of you have your that specific toy with you even now? Do you have the same car which you used to enjoy when you were young, when you were small? Ganesh, you don't have. Arya, you have your doll? No. Okay, Kayan, you have your Lego?
Not the specific one that I liked.
Okay. Arav, do you have your cars?
Yeah, yes, Mataji. My little brother sister are using.
Okay, they are using. But are you playing with those now?
No.
Okay. Sia, do you have your teddies now? The same,
Yes.
same teddies.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So when you grow up, maybe 5 to 10 years further, do you think you'll be able to maintain those teddies till that time also?
I think so.
Okay, you think so. You can try. All right. Now, I said two situations. So first situation is that whatever thing was giving us enjoyment at a specific point of time, that thing may not be available in current scenario, right? See, I'll tell you. Let me. So here is an individual. Okay, I'm just denoting with circle only. Okay, and here is a toy. All right. So this is individual. Now we'll take the example of toy only here. Okay, and with that you can apply to. Now this is toy. In fact, let's write child. So here is a child, and here is toy. So child is enjoying the toy. Now there are two situations that can come up. Situation one, toy is no longer with the child. Over a period of time, we see that the toy is not maintained the same way, or in fact, the toy, either it became, we can say, it is no longer usable. Okay, let's not write like this. Toy is no longer usable. So first situation is the toy is no longer usable. So obviously, child is not going to play with that specific toy when it has deteriorated. Okay? And what is the another situation? Child is grown up and is no longer interested in that toy. He has new interests now. Now, all of you, the first point that we spoke, except for Sia, you all agreed that you no longer have that specific toy which you used to enjoy playing with when you were very small. Right? Yes? Thumbs up if you understand what I'm saying. So, first condition fulfilled. Now, second condition. Now, tell me your current interest. Ganesh, what is your current interest? Are you still interested in that specific car? Or now you have grown up, you have some separate interests?
No, ma'am, I don't have interest in that. No.
You don't have interest in that toy. So, what is your interest now?
Ma'am, to play outside.
To play outside. Kayan Prabhuji, tell me, what is your interest now?
Rounders.
What is that?
It's like cricket.
It's like cricket. Okay. Oh, Arya likes football. Okay, very nice. Kayan, you also write the name of that sport. And Arav, tell me, what is your interest now?
Mataji, my interest in cricket.
Cricket, very nice. And Sia,
My interest is crocheting.
you also write down on chat. Okay, I'm going to capture all these in the slide set. Okay. So Kayan wrote rounders. Okay. Crochet. Okay. Okay. So second condition here, that now the person is no longer interested, or the child is no longer interested in that specific toy. So that means the enjoyment that you felt, or the happiness that you felt when you played with that toy when you were small, so is it sustained in current situation also? Yes or no? It is not sustained, right? So that means that specific enjoyment or happiness you felt with your toys was flickering. It was not real happiness. Agreed, all of you? If not, let me know. So that specific enjoyment or happiness was dependent on that specific condition only. Now, when the condition is changed, you are no longer feeling the same. But real happiness is not like that. Okay? The real happiness is not dependent on external conditions. It comes from within. And it is at the soul level. And how do we attain that real happiness? When we connect with the Supreme. Okay? When we connect with the Supreme Lord Krishna. So you'll get to know more about it as we learn. But as of now, just try to understand through these examples. So when you are doing activities of the soul, like when we talked about, just now we talked about air conditioned example also. So you are enjoying air conditioner in peak summers, and as soon as it is switched off, you are no longer feeling happy. But if you are engaged in some activity at the soul level, then even though the air conditioner is switched on or switched off, it doesn't matter to you. You will feel the same bliss in spite of this external situation. Okay? So how do we attain that happiness at the soul level? That we'll talk about once we complete this topic. All right? So enjoyment is related with the body, happiness is related with the soul. Now, third point, hold on. Fourth point, no room for satisfaction, peace, and morality. Okay, this is very important. We had shared in our last session also. When you enjoy, you want more and more and more and more. You are never satisfied. Okay? And when you are not satisfied, you are not at peace. This you have to understand. Because that specific happiness, that specific enjoyment is not sustainable. So that is why you always crave for that specific feeling. And you are never satisfied. But when you attain spiritual bliss, why we say spiritual bliss? Because you are attaining that at the spiritual level, at soul level. So at the soul level, you feel satisfied, you feel at peace, and you are happy because there are no more disturbances in the mind. See, when you will feel real happiness, when you have no disturbances, even if you have a small disturbing thought in your mind, you will not be able to feel the real happiness. Something will always be lacking. And another very important aspect, enjoyment. You will get bored also. You will get bored of that thing very soon. And you want to switch your interest or enjoyment to something else. Like in this case, when you are very young, you like cars. Now, you are no longer interested in those toy cars. You are now interested in cricket. And when you further grow up, then maybe there will be something else which will be of interest to you. So that means when you are enjoying through your body and senses, you will always get fed up with that specific enjoyment at some point of time, and then you want to switch to some other means of enjoyment, some other interest. Do you agree with what I'm saying, all of you? It happens even in current situation. You can see, like for example, you are playing on computer, you are playing some computer game or some mobile game. You are playing, you are enjoying. Maybe after 1 hour, half an hour, 1 hour, you'll get bored. You think of doing something else, maybe going outdoor and enjoy. Then again, outdoor, you are fed up. You think, no, I think I should have a very wonderful food. I want to enjoy something, an ice cream. I want to enjoy ice cream. So then again, your interest has switched over. Because if this enjoyment was sustainable, then you would not need to switch over to other means to feel that enjoyment. Agree or not, all of you? If it is sustainable, if you're liking it at all point of time, why you would like to switch it to something else? So this also you have to understand. So 2 points. First point is, you are enjoying, but again, at specific point of time, you want to switch over to something else, to enjoy something else. Okay? And second point is, when you are enjoying, you want more and more. Like when you are playing your computer game or mobile game, your mama says, it's half an hour. Okay, just stop it now. You say, no, mama, I want to play more. I want to play more. Again, you play for another half an hour, another half an hour, another, and so on. But at one point of time, you will get fed up. You will keep your, laptop and your phone aside, and you switch over to get enjoyment from something else. So both ways, you have to understand. But happiness, you get satisfied, you have no mental disturbances, you are at peace. Okay? So this graph, just see here, graph, this green line, this you are feeling happy when you are enjoying. But at the peak, now you are no longer enjoying that specific thing. So there is a fall in that feeling of happiness. Right? Now again, you have found something else, some other means of enjoyment. Again, going up. You are enjoying. Again, you are fed up with that, going down. So this is how enjoyment works. Happy, then fall. Then happy, then fall, like this. But happiness, bliss is, you are satisfied, you are at peace, you are happiness, and it always grows. It sustains and it grows. Do you understand these two graphs? All of you, tell me. Okay? So this is the difference between enjoyment and happiness. Now, next point here. Enjoyment is not the goal of life. Very, very important. Okay? Enjoyment is not the goal of life. Football. How many goals for a team? Is it multiple goals or a single goal for a single team? Tell me, how many goals? Arya, you like football, right? So how many goals for a team? Goal post. I'm talking about goal post.
One.
One goal post for one team, right?
Yeah.
Just apply logic. Our goal of life, should it be one or it can be many? Arya Mataji, should it be one or it can be many?
It should be one.
It should be one. And that goal of life is what? That is happiness, bliss, right? Because when you talk about different means to attain happiness, like for example, a person may say that I will be happy if I score very good marks. So currently my goal is to secure very good marks. So when he grows up, then his goal, he says that my goal is to get into a very good college. Now, when he grows up further, he says, now my goal is to get a very good job. Later on, the goal becomes that I want to get married. Then I want to get a big house, a big car. But what is the underlying feeling that he is looking for through these different means? That underlying feeling is the happiness. When he's securing good marks, actually he's looking for happiness through that. When he's getting admission in a good college, he's actually looking for that happiness through that specific means, right? When he's looking for a good job, so actually he's in reality he's looking for happiness through that job. Similarly, happiness through marriage, through a big house or a big car. So actually his goal is happiness, but he is thinking that all these different means of attaining those happiness at different points of time or at different stages of life, he thinks that these are my goals. Do you understand this? The real goal is one, that is happiness. So it means whatever different activities we are engaged into and we look for happiness, actually all those activities are means to attain that goal of life, that is happiness. This way you have to understand. Okay, so enjoyment is not the goal of life. See, enjoyment, what we are doing, we are enjoying something, then again we no longer enjoy, then again something else, we pick something else, again not happy with it, again pick something else, and so on. So is this the goal of life? See, is this the goal of such a unstable, is this the goal of life? Do we actually look for instability in life, inconsistency? Obviously no, you would not like. In this graph you only like the green portion, you would not like the red portions. So this green portion, whichever grows, that we get through real happiness, through the activities of the soul, not through the activities of the senses and body. All right. Now, causes of bondage and suffering and natural state of liberated soul, this we'll take up when we talk deep into some spiritual fundamentals. So as of now, just leave this. Now let me know, are all these points clear to all of you, or you have any questions? Okay, morality aspects we talked about last week. Morality. Now when somebody wants to enjoy something, that person becomes so much attached to that specific thing that he wants to get that enjoyment, get that thing through any means, by hook or crook. He will not actually think of morality at that time. Simple example. You have your exams. Your parents are telling you study. You say, no, I want to go out and play. Okay. And in spite of your parents insisting you not to go out and play, but you enjoy playing, you don't listen to your parents and you go out and play. So that is actually not following the moral value of being obedient to your elders, to your parents, right? And it happens sometimes. Does it happen with you that your parents ask you to do something, but you are very busy in your enjoyment and you don't listen? Okay. Who will tell me example from your, your experience? Real life example. Who will share? Raise your hand who would like to share. Okay, Arab, tell me.
Ma'am, sometimes my mother told me to fill the water bottle in summers, and sometimes I don't listen.
Yes. Why you don't listen?
I am enjoying
Enjoying with what? Give me example.
mobile games and playing cricket with my father.
See, he's enjoying, he's playing games, so he's not listening. So he's actually not following the basic moral value of listening to mother and serving mother. Mother is asking for water, so it is an opportunity for him to serve his mother, but he's missing that opportunity due to enjoyment, right? Who else will share an example? It could be any example. Okay, do you all agree with this, that the morality factor somewhere that is being bypassed when you are into some enjoyment mode? Do you all agree? At least just give a thumbs up if you all agree, and if you don't, then please speak up. What about Ganesh? You agree?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. But when we are doing activities at soul level, then this morality principle is not bypassed. Okay. Now there is another term we understood, enjoyment and happiness. There is another term which is known as comfort. Okay, comfort. So comfort means when we set up temporary facilities to reduce our sufferings. For example, there is a weather change throughout the year. The weather is not the same throughout the year, right? So when we have peak summers, 40 degree, 50 degrees temperature, we use air conditioner to feel comfortable. Now, if I tell you to use that air conditioner in winters also, would you do that? Will it reduce your suffering in winters? No, it will not, right? It will increase your suffering. So winters, what we use heater, right? Heater helps to reduce the suffering of excessive cold. We get bored. So we use television. We want to speak to somebody who is at a distant place from us. So we use our mobile phones, right? So all these things are the different ways through which we reduce our sufferings or we make our living better. We adjust. Actually, through these means, we are trying to adjust with the surroundings, the conditions in which we are living. Okay? So comforts are what? In Hindi, we say sukh suvidha, or specifically we say suvidha, convenience. So different things that we use to make ourselves comfortable and at ease in life are comforts. Okay? And enjoyment is whatever we perceive through our senses, we feel happy about it, which is dependent on the external factors, dependent entirely on the bodily activities, is enjoyment. And when we are engaged into the activities of the soul, so that feeling of happiness at soul level is bliss. So all these three terms should be clear with all of you. Okay? Now, any questions or anybody would like to comment or say something, please go ahead. So we have completed our discussion for today. Ganesh, Prabhuji, is it clear to you?
Yes, Mataji.
Very good. Arya Mataji,
Yes.
Kayan Prabhuji,
Yes, Mataji.
Arav Prabhuji,
Yes, Mataji.
and Sia Mataji. Good. Any volunteers? You want to repeat anything or whatever you learned today? Would like to share?
I learned about the enjoyment and happiness that if we feel enjoyment, we doesn't think about anything. Like if we are enjoying something and in between our parents told to do something, but we are not doing because of enjoyment.
Who else would like to share? At least tell me you understood everything. Okay. Arya Mataji, go ahead.
We only have one goal in life, and that is to have happiness.
Perfect. So whatever activities or things we are interested into, and we think that they are our goal, but actually those activities are not a real goal. They are actually means to attain that single goal of life, that is happiness. Right, Arya?
Yeah.
Perfect. Very good. Kayan Prabhuji, anything you would like to say?
The comforts are short term and happiness is long term.
Perfect. Very good. Very nice. Ganesh Prabhuji,
Yes, Mataji.
anything you want to add?
That we should not talk about our entertainment, and we should be happy naturally.
Very nice. So being happy naturally, you raised a very nice point here. Actually, you know what? As spirit souls, we are naturally happy, Why we are looking for happiness? Just understand. Because that happiness is our natural quality. But because here we have accepted this body, we are put into such a condition where we are not happy. Like, for example, prisoners. Are they happy inside the prison? Or are they in bondage there? They are in bondage, right? Yes. They are not able to exercise their freedom properly. So similarly, this world, according to Vedic science, this world is considered as a prison house where we are bound in this specific body. I will share one story in the group. After the class, I am going to share one story in the group, which is the golden cage. I request all of you to listen to that story. Will you all do that? Okay. Just watch that story and we'll discuss. Next time we are going to discuss that story. All right. And further, another interesting topic. I will share the topic in the group that we are going to cover next time. All right. So let us close the session for today. It was nice to talk with all of you. And just check with Kabir Prabhuji why he could not join today. All right. And take care and stay blessed. And Siya Mataji, just tell Kabir Prabhuji, I'm going to share the recording very soon. Just convey to Kabir Prabhuji to go through. So that, when he comes for the next class, he is well acquainted with whatever discussions we completed today. All right. Thank you. Thank you all of you. Take care. Hare Krishna. Stay blessed.